Hey, everybody. I'm Mark Stanislawski. I am also Good Ideas Comics, and welcome to this week's video. And we're going to do a comic haul that I got um, online. I've mentioned this before in other videos. My comic database that I have is Comic Collector Live, and within that database, people can set up stores and sell books. And I've been I've been using that for a while to get some decent books at a very good price. I think some of those books that I've presented here on this channel, and and we're going to go through another one. This is quite a hefty pile I got here, but we're going to go through it. I'm going to run through. The good thing about that is that a lot of stores that are on there, if you order a certain amount, whether it's $40, $50, sometimes it's $60, shipping is free, which I love. So I don't have to pay shipping. This is another one, $50 free shipping. So all the books I got totaled $56 and free shipping. Love it. So the price is the price, and I love that because when you factor in shipping, sometimes, especially on eBay, people are tricky. You got to watch the shipping because they'll get you. They'll put a book up for 99 cents and they'll charge like $10 shipping. So you got to be careful. But this book right here, if you remember the New 52, which is a modern book, right? 2014 was when the New 52 started. Wow, 24. That's 11 years ago already. That's insane. That's super insane. But when this book came out, I wanted to get it um, because it looked like an interesting. There were a lot of New 52 books that I wanted to get, but you know, I couldn't get all the books that I wanted to get. So I put some of the New 52 books on the back burner, and this one looks like it's because these are dollar books now. Infinity Man and the Forever People. Um, and that's what I paid for this. Infinity Man and the Forever People, number one. I paid $1 for it, and happy to get it. Happy to read it. I do have a couple issues. I think I have like three and four, or five and six. I forget the issues, but I didn't have number one. I have it now. Looking forward to reading it and enjoying it. And as I mentioned before, I'm at the point now in my comic collecting. I do get some new books. Um, not a ton of new books, but I do get some new books that come out, which I've also spotlighted here. Again, Space Ghost from Dynamite. If you're not reading Space Ghost, go out, read it. It's awesome. Okay, so the next one up is Amazing Spider-Man 534. This one I did not have. Let's put it there so that we can see it. Um, yeah, this one I did not have. After the whole Sins of the Past storyline and everything that J.M. Straczynski did with Spider-Man, I got so ticked off that I stopped reading it. Um, and now I'm going back and getting these books to fill in my collection again. I just want to. The task that never ends is try to fill in my missing gaps on my Spider-Man runs. Um, Especially Volume One. I'm missing a bunch of these books. This was $1.50, so we get a Spider-Man book for $1.50. Um, yeah, I'll take that. Okay, so the next books we're going to get into, $2 a piece for all of these books, and we've got Dead No More: The Clone Conspiracy number one, The Clone Conspiracy number two, Clone Conspiracy number three, Clone Conspiracy number four, and if I'm not mistaken, oh no, this is a direct edition. Okay, for a minute there, I thought it was a newsstand, but it isn't. It's a direct. And Clone Conspiracy number five. So this is the whole Clone Conspiracy miniseries. I got for $2 a piece. Very happy with that. And then we're going to go back to um, the Civil War era, 531, which I think is the first issue. 525, 530, I think, was the last issue. And then 531 started the whole Civil War, Road to Civil War, where Peter Parker outs his identity to public, which is another reason why I did not pick this up, because I hated the idea of him doing it. And now that I'm actually reading the story, I understand that he did it because they pressured him to do it. And the rest of the story is the fallout from him doing that. So it, you know, but the problem is he outed himself, and that's stupid. He never should have done that. And whereas I don't agree, I don't agree with the direction that Marvel and the writer took, whoever's idea it was. Um, I get, you know, I get why he did it. Still not crazy about it, and they wound up erasing everyone's mind, right? So mind wipe. 532 again, $2. These are all $2. Didn't notice. I think there's a mark on this one. I didn't notice that. Just noticed it now. So 532. And now we go to the, what is volume is, I can never remember the Alex Ross volumes. Volume 3, 4? I think this is volume 4, right? All the Alex Ross covers were volume 4, I want to say. We'll say volume 4, the Alex Ross covers. So that's Amazing Spider-Man number 8. 10. I do have a bunch of this volume with the Alex Ross covers. You can say what you want about Dan Slott. Um, Dan Slott wrote a very good Spider-Man. He wrote Spider-Man, and I enjoyed his work on Spider-Man a lot more than I enjoyed Zeb Wells's work in. I haven't really read too much in Nick Spencer, so I can't say much about Nick Spencer's run. But so was that 10? This is number 11. And number 12. Yeah, the writers nowadays seem to be wanting to push Spider-Man into like magical stories, and that's not his character. Spider-Man should not belong in a magical story. I know there are people out there who are going to disagree with me, but um, the whole dark web magical story from Zeb Wells, I thought it was terrible. Um, and the current Eight Deaths of Spider-Man by who was it by Joe Kelly and Justina Ireland. I thought it was a terrible. I thought it was a terrible story. It was terrible because Spider-Man has no business being in a magical story. That's number 12. All right, so now we're going to get to the never-ending battle of filling in my Punisher runs for as cheap as I possibly can. So once again, we're going to stick with the $2 price tag. The Punisher Summer Special number 1 for $2. I couldn't believe when I looked up on my database that I did not already have this book, but it says I do not have it, so I got it for $2. We'll go to War Journal. So 59, 61. These are all $2 a piece. 65, 66, 67, and 70 for Punisher War Journal. I'm getting close. I'm getting really close to finishing the Punisher book, Punisher War Journal, Punisher Warzone, the 3 Punisher books that were came out in the 80s into through the 90s, and I'm close to finishing them up for like $2 a piece. There have been a few of the last issues in the Warzone title, which was, I mean, it was the third title to come out, so it had a little bit lesser sales than War Journal, which also had a little bit lesser sales than the regular Punisher book, right? But not, not low print by any stretch of the imagination. So we're going to go to Warzone now. Warzone 23. Nice. What is that? It's not die cut. It's textured foil type cover. 25. Nice cover right there. I don't know who did that cover, but that's a nice cover. And Punisher Warzone 28. Again, $2 a piece. And we're toward the end, so again, Warzone. I only have maybe, I don't know, 6 to 10 books left, and I'll complete that run. And as you've seen in the last few Comic Call videos, I've been trying to quickly complete this run, Battlestar Galactica from Marvel, issue 20. I think this title went to issue 23. This book was $2.50. We got some dog ear here. I mean, it's not bad. It's not a bad looking copy. I think it was a fine copy for $2.50. And again, if I can find Battlestar Galactica and this next title I'm going to show you, if I can find those books for $3 to $5 in the $2 to $5 range, I will definitely snap them up for sure. So Battlestar Galactica number 20, $2.50, and a newsstand. Now the last two books that I think are in really good condition, and they were a good price. So Shogun Warriors number 1. Here, let's do this before we let's take this out. Let's take the pile out, and let's showcase Shogun Warriors number 1. This was labeled as a fine, very fine, and it does have a little bit of a dog ear here. I mean, it is a fine, very fine. It's a nice looking book. It's a little worn. We got some dirt over here. You know what? I think I'm going to take it out as we look at it. We'll give it a really good look over. Yes, it's got some dirt spots on the back. It's not, definitely has been pressed. It does have a little chip missing here, a little tear there on the edges. But fine, very fine. Yeah, other than that, it's nice. It's a nice looking book. Yeah, I remember the Shogun Warrior figures. And I had, when I was growing up, I had a few of these books. And wound up giving them away. And now I want to just get them back. And I know Shogun Warriors is like the hot property right now. People are trying to sell these books. I mean, near mint condition to Shogun Warriors number 1 is going for what, $30? 20, 30, $40 people are trying to sell that thing for. So to grab a nice solid copy, fine, very fine, complete flat for $5. And then I also scored number 2 as well for $4. And this was listed as a very fine. And just looking at it, yes, it is. It's nice, clean in the back. Again, flat, no chips. Don't see any dog ears. Yeah, this is definitely a very fine copy. Really nice looking copy. Herb Trimpe, Dan Green inks, Herb Trimpe art, Doug Mensch writing it. I mean, I just didn't like the way they ended the series. Kind of. I mean, they ended the series, and then it rolled over into the Fantastic Four book, and they kind of like killed the main characters off panel, and that was kind of cheap. But $5 for number 1, $4 for number 2. I have, what issues do I have? I have three and nine. No, darn it. I have a couple other issues, and then I just got. Oh no, I just got three and nine. I just got three and nine off eBay for 99 cents each. These are going to be lower grade copies. I'll make another video when those books come in, and we'll talk about that. But these are, there's no secret. These are definitely lower grade copies, but hopefully they're complete. And that was number three, and number nine. I already have two other issues that I got for like $2 a piece that were decent copies. So yeah, so and that's it. That's the haul. Again, $56. Shogun Warriors 1 and 2. You know, Battlestar Galactica 20. A whole bunch of Punisher books, a whole bunch of Spider-Man books, and Infinity Man and the Forever People that I've been wanting to get. Again, these are dollar books. Uh, but yeah, it's all about just trying to get stuff that I want and get rid of stuff that I don't want. I do sell stuff. Believe it or not, I have uh, Ghost Rider stuff that I'm trying to sell, and it's tough. I mean, I'm trying to sell it in a lot, and I thought for sure for 250 a book somebody would snap it up. And I'm talking about the second volume Ghost Rider, um, starting with issue 15, second print, which is the gold, going through the Midnight Suns. What was it, 28 and 31? Those issues are included. And I thought for sure for 250 a piece, but yeah, and I got the Spirits of Vengeance with the Venom issues. Maybe because I'm trying to sell them in a lot, and that's probably it. I'm trying to sell them in a lot, and people are like, oh, I don't want this other stuff. I just want these issues. Well, I'm trying to sell everything. So, um, if you're a new comic reader and you don't have the Ghost Rider and you want to read it, I mean, you got a big chunk right there, and you're getting good key issues for next to nothing. What other people are trying to sell them for. If I split it up and sold them separately, then those books would not be 250 a piece. But in a lot, you get good deals in a lot. But yeah, anyway, I'm digressing. Thanks for showing up. Don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, leave a comment, whatever it is. It doesn't matter. Just leave the comment, because we have to appease the algorithm gods, right? Hey, I know him, algorithm. Um, yeah. So thank you very much, and as always, we'll see you in the funny pages.